Yeah, I'm going live. I just woke up and I named it "This Is Our Time." I was watching Dr. Phil Valentine, Brother Richard's channel, and I'm sitting back thinking about we talked about this stuff 2 years ago, and like I told Brother Nuke, this is we were ahead of our time. Um, just know that better times are coming, and we really do need to know who we are as a people over here. Um, I literally done talked about a lot of things when I was on the other channel about going back into our practices, going back into who we are. You know, when I mentioned about the call, I meant it. And when I say it's our time, us as melanated people, those that heard the call, it is our time to help start healing people, do go into being life coaches, going into being healers of the planet. Now, I've been on Clubhouse talking to others that are ready to do the work and know what's coming. I done talked to healers and so on. They know what time it is, and we're heading in a direction that many people are not ready for. Zen Booms talked about the food shortages. She's been talking about that for a while when she was in Baltimore, when she stayed in Baltimore. Um, and what we're facing is not just food shortages, but they're trying to create the food shortages so we can't have nothing to eat. They are trying to destroy all the farms so we can't have no type of produce, anything. We're heading in a time that they're going to start bringing the quantum financial system. Now, I was told this by a mentor of mine a couple years ago, or a year ago. Yeah, let's say a couple years ago. And he spoke on the quantum financial system. If it wasn't for him, a lot of us in so-called Black YouTube, when it was talked about Nasara and Jasara, if it wasn't for him bringing it to us and we bringing it to everybody, know what's going on. Because what I notice about our people, a lot of us are stuck in, we're also um, don't know what's going on. But people that don't look like us, they know to get their heads up. And what we have to do now is not just stock up on food, but we also have to learn how to garden and so on, and get ready to start bartering and start collecting silver, start going into who we really are. All of the light workers, all of the ones that's been hit that heard the call, we have to get ready to go into like game mode. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like we have to go in game mode now. It's time for us to start really raising up the vibrations and the frequencies within us so we can go ahead and go forth on this journey, because if we don't, then we be behind as far as our vibrations and stuff like that. So we really have to focus on everything that's taking place and not to deal with any of the fears, no fear mongering, anything, but just prepare ourselves for what's about to happen. Um, a lot of this information come from things that's already been known and that's been shown. A lot of this come from others that's been talking and just been confirming stuff. So my thing to everybody now, we have to really take heed to our life's destiny. What is our life's destiny? What is your destiny? Who and what are you here to do? We have to find that, and you will find it. Because I know times are hard financially for a lot of us. I know times are hard for many of us. I know there's a lot of confusion going on, but we can get through all of this, and we will make it through all of this. Especially the ones that heard the call. It's your time to claim back what is rightfully yours. Your soul, the higher self, the real you. It is your time. It is time for the changes. It's time for your evolution. It is time for you to finally be who you are. All the beloved star children, light workers, Earth is letting you know what time it is. She's already been talking to you. She's already letting you know what's going on. She's letting you know the wickedness or the wickedry that have been happening for eons, or if not, ever since they started surfacing. But it's been an ongoing war that's been happening amongst us against them. And we have to talk to Mother Nature and deal with facing the battles that we always been facing within ourselves, and have more confidence within ourselves. We've been running from ourselves too long, many of us. We all have. I have too. I'm not gonna lie and tell you, falseness. I've been running too. In the past, I've been running, and now I face it. And I want you to know that when you face it, when you face that reality and not run anymore, you're going to be attacked by many people that's not on the same frequency as you. You're going to be attacked because you have important work here to do. And I'm just letting you know, giving you the heads up, be ready. And you're going to probably go through some hardships, because a lot of us that are star children go through a lot of hardships, a lot of misunderstandings, miscommunications. But it's our time now. It's have always been our time. This is the time that we have to be who we are now. That's great and grand that the Patriots are doing what they're doing. But Earth been calling us, and she's been doing it for a long time. And we've been running from a long time. A lot of us probably didn't even know what was going on. Why you're able to see things that others can't see? Why you can see how you can see spiritual beings and so on in the spirit realm? You know what I mean? How you can see things before they happen. You heard the call already. It's your time. Why are you the black sheep of your family? Why are you the black sheep of so-called friends that you have? Why are you being ridiculed? Why? The reason is because you heard that call. That call is really significant. See, we came here to do a job. We came here to do something great. And this is for the melanated brothers and sisters. I want them to know that you heard it and you've been going through it. And this is something that's very serious. Like, we really have to realize what's happening. I know it's like probably too far-fetched what I'm saying, but the vibrations, I'm trying to tell you, you have these gifts for a reason. Your gifts shows how you've been called. Many of you are alchemists and practicing alchemy as we now know it, and you don't know where it came from. It came from other lifetimes. You're seeing different lifetimes from different ancient civilizations and so on, different past lives. That is a part of your Akashic records. You're really accessing your Akashic records, probably do sleep, meditation, and so on. You're going through it. Okay. The next thing is, I want to talk about not just to the melanated starseed family, But those that are star seeds that don't have the same hue, that came back and volunteered to come back with those that don't have the same hue. We have work to do. And the only way we can do what we got to do now is that we all have to do what we came here to do as one, because what's happening is something that need to happen, and we have to realize that Mother Earth is cleansing herself. Hey, cuz, what's going on? Mother Earth is cleansing herself. She's cleansing herself, but the children they heard the call. We have to now go through the rites of passage. That rites of passage is dealing with our divination. Some of you have been seeing different deities in the spirit realm. Some of you have been visited. Some of you have been seeing beings walking in light. Some of you are seeing the sky beings. What are the sky beings, you ask? There's multitudes of meaning when you say sky beings. Some people say angels. Some people say goddesses, which is another thing that's connected to angels. Some people say that they're connected to, they're the spirits of earth that's actually being shown in the skies. Some people call them the Netaru or Netiru. The Netiru / Orisha. We are being called because we got work to do here. Many of us even have the gifts of bending different elements. You have the power within you. It don't matter. Look, you can call yourself more, anything, whatever. But guess what? You got work to do. Because in actuality, like Bobby Hemmett said, that was Noble Drew Ali's job, was to let us know who we are. But when it comes down to those that don't have the same hue, they are part of the human family as well, because they have been called from out of their nations as healers as well. They went through the rites of passage. Many of them have. If not, they're going through it. But we all have something to bring to the table, and we all have something to do now. My thing is, and my touch is, at the end of it all the bickering, beefing in our community, talking back to the melanin people, in our community, all the beefing and bickering. And I went back and saw a video from the old channel that Brother Jellybean asked the question, were the B's and L's at war with each other? And the answer was yes. So my thing is, that's happening again, but yet the planet is going through her changes, and the vibrations and frequencies have to be high. Why still go to war with each other when we got work to do? I'll tell you why. Still a distraction. That's still a distraction. Instead of us putting everything to the side right now, we still want to bicker and beef, and ego gets in the way. So in order for it to be our time, us as melanated people have to put our ego to the side. Those that have been called, I would say this to you: don't run from your destiny. But those that want to bicker and beef, let them bicker and beef. You got something to do, just like me, because I'm talking I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to myself. So don't think I'm bigger and better than nobody, because I'm not. I'm just like everybody else. I'm learning as I go, and I'm seeing how how we got to stretch the surface on things. We have work to do. And the avatar that you see that I'm using is a portrait or a picture of Obatala. That's one of them. Some people use this picture and say that's, the most high and all of that. But I chose this avatar because I love how the way it looks. It's like an older man that's very wise, that's thinking and thought. And this is more portraits that we need of ourselves, those that are melanated, because it is our time. We need to start finding our superheroes, our heroes, our angelic hosts, and so on, to boost up our morale. We got work to do. I'm gonna give y'all see if I have any books that I can refer to help you on your journey to reveal. Because I'm gonna give you a call after this, man. You gonna talk about some stuff. All right. A book that I recommend highly is Grasping the Root of Divine Power. Grasping the Root of Divine Power. I don't know how to pronounce the author's name, but just please look up that book. So this book goes in detail about our practices. It goes into detail about the Orisha and how they have similar energy to certain Kemetic deities. Okay, because people of Kemet actually believe in one God, but the Netaru were the aspects of the divine or the Almighty Divine. So that's one book I recommend. Another book I recommend is this book called this is just, if this don't fit you, then still get it just to read up on it. The book called Santeria the Religion. You want to get that book called Santeria the Religion. Okay. So that's another book. You also want to get the Kabbalistic Encyclopedia, so you can learn about the Kabbalah and also the meanings of them. Because the Kabbalah is connected to ancient Kemet. Next time, I'm gonna see if I can find a way to put a PDF in the group chat, and hopefully it'll work. So I can send a PDF that Brother Noof sent me. You also want to get this book. Give me a second. You can get this book too. Okay. So, list goes on, and also you want to get a book so you can know who you are. Like Nature knows no color line. They Came Before Columbus by Dr. Alvin Van Sertima, The Golden Age of the Moors. I'm talking to the melanated brothers and sisters, and those that's non-melanated, you can get them too, because some of you a lot of you have our DNA in you, and that's something that needed to be said. It's all dealing with bloodline, and we really have to wake up now, because the stuff that's going on across the globe with the Vatican catching on fire. They said, I think the lightning or something struck it. I think the volcanic eruptions. They saying lightning struck it, struck a lot of these volcanoes. I said that 2 years ago, that we had to give offerings back to nature. And I was saying that there's a connection. There's an Orisha that's connected to earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. I said that we need to really go back into nature, because they're all connected to nature, y'all. Principles and also connected to nature. They are cosmic forces and cosmic energies. So we have to really, and they're connected to us. And this is something to keep you one with the universe, or the omniverse, keeps you one with the spiritual realm. Many of you came here for some serious work, and the serious work probably be a healer, teacher, life coach, a diviner, um, the list goes on. Some of you are more likely alchemists, which leads our time. The healers, it's time for y'all to come through. It's been time. And we've been running from our destiny. We'll be running from things, or we didn't know what the steps to take. And I'm coming to you, let you know that it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared of the unknown or what's coming. It's okay. That's a human trait of fear. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Fearing of the unknown, not knowing what's going to be next, will probably happen. There's nothing wrong with that. But I assure you, you're going to be fine on this journey, because by us all learning and watching this take place, this video being said, we're gonna all be fine. We've been going through a lot. Some of us been going through chronic illnesses. Some of us been going through, all the time being made fun of, even in adulthood, being talked about, ridiculed. But I can tell you this: you're loved by the spirit realm. You're loved by your ancestors, because you know why? You are your ancestors, and they're working through you and speaking to you. You're your ancestors that came back, and you have to know that. Claim it. This is why it's our time. This is why nature is calling us. This is why she's been letting us know that we got work to do, and she's sending help and letting us know that it's our time to wake up and realize we have work to do here. I don't say much on my channel. I know it's not the most popping channel. I know that. But I've been told to come out and speak. I've been told to come out and speak what I know from the heart and the greatness that we have. And if I'm going to be ridiculed by it and trolled and talked about and calls being made on me, then so be it. Because one thing I do know is the greatness of us as healers. The greatness I know is that we can achieve anything, because we always been the black sheep and always shall be, and they're the ones that's going to be the first that were the last, and the ones that were first are going to turn out to be the last. So therefore, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And those that's watching my channel, I love the fact that you took time out on your busy day to watch me talk, and at least listen to some of the books I have referred. I have referred these books repeatedly for a reason, just to help you jumpstart your journey on what you think is right. Because many of you are seeing these energies. Many of you are seeing them and don't know where to turn, don't know who to talk to, and you're not crazy. I mean, I didn't seen this channel just now have 6 people or 4 people, and they all disappeared out of nowhere. Now it's left with 3 people. And I'm letting everybody know, and I want to make this clear. Nobody cannot put nobody in solitude if they were being told by something that was not from this dimension. This is not no shot. This is none of that. Because I'm getting tired of people keep on saying that I was in solitude by a human being. I was put in solitude by something supreme and higher. and not to speak until now. So we have work to do. Ignore all the fallacies of those that are trying to stop you on your path, because this is our time. Some people are new to this plane, like a brother told me. Brother, I want to say thank you when you said that. Some people are still new to this plane and they have childish ways. Some people are like that you will come across. They're not ready for destiny. You're going to come across a lot of them on this journey. Many of them are going to be vampiric energy wise because they try and knock you off your path. They don't want you to wake up. They want you to stay, sleep, and stay like them. You're going to come across a lot of that. That's how you know it's your time or our time. We got work to do now. You cannot let no one stop you off your path and knock you off your dean or so on. Those that are going through chronic illnesses, I can assure you the reason why you're going through that, because you got powerful and great work to do on this planet. And you can feel the energies and the stress levels of this planet. You really can. And if it sounds like I'm being emotional, yes, I am. Yes, I am, because this right here is saying a lot. Our people really need it. The people on this planet need it. This whole planet need that healing power, that healing love, that energy, the love of the energy and power of love and togetherness right now, because it's about to be some real crazy stuff. And I tell you this, you can do affirmations as long as your heart and mind has pure intentions and positive intentions. There's nothing about self-gain anymore. You have to be selfless on a lot of things on this journey, because you can't take material things with you. But you have to prepare yourself while you're in the 3D though, if that make any sense. And a lot of these practices do cost money. But I can tell you, when that quantum financial system come through, you're not going to have to worry about that. You're not going to have to worry about it. When those med bids come, you're not going to have to worry about it. I mean, I have information about that, but that will be another topic on things that's been going on. As far as the flooding in China, my mentor told me about what's going on with that. There were elitists over there. Just know there was elitists over there in China, and they stopped that shit. And a lot of the flooding over there was the underground bunkers, y'all. Just know that too. Where they were having children hitting. And the children were not just melanated, y'all. They were children from all nations, colors, and creeds. That's why I'm calling out the melanated ones that are healers, and at the same time, I'm also calling those that are non-melanated on this plane, or what they consider so-called black. The healers out there all over. We have just began. Now is our time. All of us. Because I can tell you right now, a lot of this stuff that's going on, they're going to need us as counsel and so on, because the stuff that the people are seeing is messing with them mentally. I'm telling you that. It's messing with them mentally, y'all. And we're going to be the ones that's going to be counseling. We're going to be the life coaches. Many of the life coaches is pretty much considered those that deal with the healing of the psyche. You in the West, they probably call them psychologists and so on. Our job is to help people that have seen things, went through things, and get them back on the right path. Many of you are great and don't fall short because of the 3D. Don't let nobody take your energy because it's our time. Because they're going to try to take your energy out there. They know what they're doing. So my thing to everybody is that we're building, honestly, we really are, on our end over here. And we are dealing with quality, not quantity. And in our chat, it is peace, love, light, darkness, and so on. It's all of that. I don't care about numbers anymore, long as the message get put out. I'm not on here for likes or dislike. I don't care anymore. And I want to put this out there. We don't care anymore. So to all my star children, my fellow light workers, healers, I want to let y'all know I love y'all. And let's be prepared. Because the final showdown is here. I love y'all. Peace, love, light, darkness, Islam, Shalom, Alafia. And I want to say thanks to the ancestors and Almighty Divine. I want to thank all of the ancestral spirits, Orisha, Loa. I want to say thank you to all. I want to say thank you to the Netaru. I want to say thank you. Thank you all. And I want to say namaste and ashe.